A couple of old buildings in Over the Rhine that are facing the wrecking ball have sparked some neighborhood interest.
The FreeStore Food Bank owns the two dilapidated properties on Walnut Street and could use the space for parking. But as Joe Webb shows us, the buildings have been there for 130 years and they aren't gone yet.
Since 1880, 1606 and 1608 Walnut have stood near this corner of Over the Rhine. Since 2007, the FreeStore Food Bank has owned them. When original plans to take them down were rebuffed by Cincinnati's Historic Conservation Board, the FreeStore went back with a plan to restore them. That was approved.
We've been trying to work with various funders to try and get those renovated and rehabbed into 12 units of apartments. We've just found out recently that it's going to cost us an extra $1.5 million to redevelop those buildings that we really don't have.
Reiber says prevailing wage requirements force the cost well out of their $700,000 budget. So the FreeStore Food Bank is back to Plan A. They've submitted a request with Historic Conservation to demolish these two buildings. They say they'd use the space for parking for staff and clients. The request was passed along to the Over the Rhine Community Council and caught the attention of resident Ryan Messer. He immediately reached out to Kurt Reiber and to the community.
I put a post on Facebook saying there were two buildings needing some attention, some TLC in Over the Rhine, that if we don't save them, they could be torn down. And probably within the first hour, I might have had 20 to 30 responses.
Messer says the buildings on Walnut look a lot like the place on 14th Street that he renovated and now lives in. He's working with Reiber to find a buyer or buyers and keep them standing.
We're happy to talk to all comers.
Stay tuned. After 134 years, they may be showing their age, but they're still standing. In Over the Rhine, Joe Webb, Local 12 News.
And Kurt Reiber says the FreeStore Food Bank has no interest in real estate development and would like to sell the buildings. He says if they get their money back on the buildings, he'll have the money to provide more than 600,000 meals.